All right. Good morning. Beautiful day ahead, yeah? I'm gonna just take a breath. Let's all do that. Take a breath. Recently in a Zoom meeting, someone said, I'm not sure I'm going to I'll know what to do when we all come back together again in person. I'm not sure I will know how to behave. And I thought about that. Yeah, we've been isolated for over a year, mostly, and for most of that time. And it is not going to be coming back to what we used to have. It is going to be brand new. Think about your first day at school when you went to first grade, right? Didn't know what to expect. All these people you had to meet, you didn't know if you were going to like them. All of these different things that go running through your head. But there's also the possibility of being excited rather than anxious. It's a new adventure. It's something brand new. It's not the same as it was before. We have been transformed. We all have. And our coming together will be part of that transformation. Maybe we will be able to see each other more clearly. Maybe I'll notice the color of someone's eyes that I never noticed before, or the warmth of a smile that we never paid attention to before, because those things now are so very dear to us. We have been transformed. So with that thought in mind, let's come inside and bring your attention to your breath. Close your eyes. Begin to deepen your breath. Fill your lungs as much to capacity as you can. And then hold that fullness for a count of 3. And then when you are completely empty of breath, hold that emptiness for a count of 3. Inhale deeply, hold it. Exhale slowly, hold the emptiness. Keep that going at your own pace, in your own timing. Thinking about breathing in new life, holding on to it, and then letting it go, and holding the emptiness, ready for what's new, for what's to come. Return to your natural rhythm of breathing and slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands alongside your hips. And we will begin with our warm-ups, right? So right hand moves away, left arm alongside left ear, bend your right elbow for a left side stretch. Feel your whole left side stretching from your fingertips to your hip. Press into the mat with your right hand, bring both hands to center. Take a breath. In yoga, we transform our bodies. We make them stronger, more flexible, more agile. Feel your whole right body stretching. And in our practice, we move from one position to the other in a kind of transformation. Bring both arms up to center. Left hand on right knee, right arm behind you. Look over your right shoulder. Feel your spine getting taller when you inhale, and when you're empty of breath, twist just a little bit more. Bring both arms up to center. Inhale, exhale over to the other side. Looking over your left shoulder, same thing here on your inhales and after your exhale. Feel the twist in the middle of your body. Notice what it feels like to look over your left shoulder, to turn your head that far around. We want to feel each pose, not just do each pose, right? Arms alongside your ears, rotate back to center. Send your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers. Bring your knuckles to the earth. Open up your heart for a baby back bend. Inhale, and then on an exhale, you're going to come forward over your legs any amount. Any amount. And then slowly, very slowly, unfold. Shake out your arms. All right. If you'd like to change the crossings of your legs, please do that. We've been sitting. We're going to sit for just a little bit more. And we're going to start by transforming a bat into a robin. So send your arms straight out to the side, bring them in front of you, straight out, and then bend one elbow, bend the other elbow, forearm over forearm. You're going to bow your head in between your arms. Imagine you are hanging upside down in your cave, from your tree, wherever you like to hang out. Literally. And then nighttime falls, and it's time to awaken. Lift your head, look forward. Begin to open up your wings. You're going to open them slowly, and then stop when your fingers are pointing forward, your elbows are bent still. You're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, send your elbows all the way back behind you as if they wanted to touch. Inhale and exhale, open your wings, spread them open. Inhale, exhale, bring your palms together, curl your spine behind you. Inhale, push the air away so you can begin your flight. Bring your hands together again in a cat spine. Bring your prayer to your heart. And now we transform. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, robin's breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and come up to center. Release your arms, roll your shoulders. All right. Extend your legs, shake them out. All right. And we're going to come to Dandasana. So in Dandasana, your hands are alongside your hips, fingers forward, feet are flexed, leg muscles active, crown of your head reaching upward, your abdominal muscles engaged. Staff pose, Dandasana. On an inhale, bend your knees, bring your arms up overhead. On an exhale, bring your hands to your heart, straighten and point your feet. Inhale, bend and flex. Exhale, point and straighten. Inhale, exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, and this time you're going to stay here. Inhale, exhale, begin to move your whole torso with a flat back forward. When you can no longer go forward with a flat back, you'll let it curl a bit and reach for the outside of your feet or your ankles, whatever you can comfortably reach, and fold over your legs. Paschimottanasana, the Western stretch. If there's anyone here in the room who can straighten your legs, if your hamstrings are very flexible, you can do that a little bit at a time, or stay with your knees bent. Do not push anything. Look up, arms alongside your ears, and unhinge back up. Excellent. All right. So now we're going to do a little bit more transforming from one, this time it's a thing, a vehicle. We're going to two vehicles. We're going to start with boat pose, Navasana. So bring both your feet flat onto the mat. Hands on your thighs. You're going to bring your toes onto the mat, so your back will move automatically a little bit on an angle back behind you. That's okay. You're going to lift your left leg and bring it down. Lift your right leg and bring it down. And now continue to do that. You're holding your thighs so you can lift your feet, legs a little bit more. And maybe you'll go back and forth. And then bring both your toes back down. Now you'll lift one and then the other. So you'll have two legs, your shins parallel with the mat. And if you want to be brave, you can release one arm, or you can keep both arms on your thighs, or you can release both arms. Bring your hands back to your thighs, bring your feet back to the mat. So our boat now is going to transform into a bicycle. So bring your forearms down on the mat. Your fingers should be alongside your hips. Most importantly, you want your elbows under your shoulders. You're going to lift your legs and begin to bicycle. So try to keep your feet in line with your knees, in line with your hips. So imagine there's a line on the wall in front of you, 2 lines, and you can trace that line. And then pause and backpedal. And then pause, bring your feet to the mat. Come to sit up on your sits bones, bring your legs close to your chest and hug them. Bring your head to your knees for a seated pose of the child. All right. So while we are here, we are going to transform from a caterpillar into a butterfly. So use your hands alongside your hips, bring your forearms down and bring yourself all the way down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Take your time, I am waiting for you. Then wrap your hands around your legs, hug them. You're gonna take a deep breath, and on an exhale, bring your nose towards your knees. Any amount, you don't have to be touching your nose to your knees, probably not gonna happen. So you're just hugging here. This is the cocoon of the caterpillar, that the caterpillar has worked very hard to weave around its body. Bring your head and shoulders back down to the mat. Your head will be the first thing that comes out of this cocoon. You're going to keep your left hand on your left leg, release your right hand from your right leg, and unbend your knee. You're going to send your foot towards the sky as if you were stepping on the ceiling, but your knee is still close to your chest. And you're going to take hold of the outside of your foot or your ankle, whatever is you can comfortably reach. And that might change as you begin to straighten your leg any amount. You can straighten it any amount. So now we have our first beautiful, colorful butterfly wing emerging from the cocoon. And begin to slide it from side to side. Your right leg slides from side to side, getting used to being out of that little space. And then bring it back to center and begin to unfold your left knee, your left leg. And take the outside of, again, your ankle or your calf, whatever you comfortably reach. I'll use the ankles today. And now you can begin to straighten your legs any amount. Let's start with sending our left leg back and forth a little bit, just like we did on the right side. And then bring them both back to center. Now we're probably strong enough to open our wings, open your legs all the way as far as is comfortable for you to do, and then close them. And then open them so that you can start flying and continue to close and open. and close. And you can use your hands to help you. Bring your hands inside your legs when you open and outside your legs to help them close. Bring both legs together. Bring your knees to your chest again. Bring your feet to the mat. And you're going to roll over onto whichever side you prefer to make your way up, back to your seat. From your seat, you're going to make your way onto your hands and knees. Take your time. I'm taking a look, make sure you're there. So remember, while everybody's getting set, that your wrists should be under your shoulders or a little bit forward of your shoulders. Your knees under your hips. On an inhale, send your spine to the mat, curl it to the mat. On an exhale, arch it to the sky for cats and dogs. So in this pose that we do just about every time, we're transforming from a dog into a cat. And a wonderful pose for all you gardeners out there, before gardening, after gardening. So this not only makes your spine more flexible, but it also makes your arms a little stronger. And allows you to use your sacrum, your pelvis, making everything a little easier in the course of your day. Come to a neutral spine. And bring your forearms down on to the mat. Your elbows underneath your shoulders. Right? And we're going to start just by sliding forward and back. So the crown of your head is going, your nose is going towards your, between your hands, your hips towards your feet, sliding back and forth. And the next time you're in a neutral position with your elbows under your shoulders, extend one leg and then the other leg, and then bring your belly down to the mat so that your legs can extend all the way. Come down on to your belly, but your chest is moving forward. You're in Sphinx position. Feel the power of this simple pose as if you indeed are looking over your kingdom. And we're going to transform our Sphinx to a very earthbound creature. Bring one hand on top of the other, your elbows reaching out to the side, your forehead on your hands like a pillow, like your hands become a pillow. Makarasana, the crocodile pose. You're going to lift your head and slide your forearms a little bit closer to you, just a little bit. And you're going to look forward like you're opening your jaw. You're going to inhale and you're going to exhale and let the top of your shoulders curl like you were doing a very upper back cat, and let your head come to your hairline will probably come to your hands. Inhale, open your jaw. Exhale, close it. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Return your arms to Sphinx. And now we are going to convert again, once again, into another animal, a little baby cobra. So you will bring your chest down to the mat as you slide your hands toward, to be alongside your breast. And your elbows and your arms are hugging your ribs, or they're close to your ribs. On an inhale, you're going to lift your head and shoulders. You're not pushing in to the mat. Baby cobra. Exhale, melt it back down. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders. Exhale, melt it back down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. You're going to lift just a little bit. You're going to begin to, your elbows are bent. You're going to begin to lift up and then come back down for another variation of Cobra. This time you're pressing into the mat just a little bit. Lift up and bring it down. Send your arms in front of you. Come on to your forearms once again. Lift your hips, bring your knees towards your elbows, coming back into a tabletop. Table pose. We're going to do puppy pose now. So we're going to transform from a puppy to a dog, a grown-up dog. So from your table, step your hands forward towards the top of the mat. Step both hands forward. You're going to keep your hips over your hips over your knees, and keep walking your hands forward until you can bring your head between your arms. Now think of downward facing dog. So this is a short downward facing dog. So this is a little puppy. So your nose is closer to the mat, your chest is a little bit closer, but your knees are under your hips. That's important in puppy to protect your knees, because this is very much like a down dog, only our legs are not at the same angle as a down dog, again, to protect your knees. Little puppy dog, and you can let your chest come a little closer to the mat if you like. And then lengthen it again. And then look between your arms, slide your hands back about 10 inches or so, or a bit. Turn under your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Remember, in your dog, you want to bring your chest toward your thighs, your heels towards the mat. You're pushing the mat away isometrically with your hands.
And then begin to walk your dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other, go back and forth. And when that heel comes down to the mat, feel the back of your legs, feel your calf muscles opening up. So the closer you come with your heel to the mat, the more you'll open the backs of your legs. Now bring your knees to the mat and come finally to a child's pose. Send your arms overhead on the mat in front of you. Lift your hips. And this time we're going to come to stand on our knees. If you want to put a padding underneath your knees, please do so. And you're going to step your right knee just a little forward of your left. And you're going to send your arms slightly back behind you, your palms facing your body. And you're going to open up your heart, big, proud heart. And you're going to look slightly up so that your neck is getting longer. Your head is reaching up to the heavens. Hamsa, the swan, the gentle version of a swan pose. Some people call this, some teachers call this the dove. I call it swan because I prefer swan because it is as if you were gliding along the lake. Feel your long neck. Now we are going to convert this swan, transform it into a dove. Send your arms straight out like the shape of a T. Look up at the heavens as you're flying, as you're soaring up to the sky. And then as you become level and flap your wings, palms together, cut through the air, send your heart forward to fly, looking down at the earth. Look up, and when your palms come together, look down. Open up, look forward, flying like a majestic dove. Then bring your hands to your hearts. Bring both knees together. Sitting on your branch. Then release your arms and make your way up to stand. Take your time. Right. Okay. So now we're going to transform from an eagle into an eagle warrior, right? So let's practice our eagle first. Bend both your knees. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Cross it over your left, placing the ball of your right foot on the mat. Both knees are bent. Send your arms straight out in front of you, right?
And you're going to cross left arm over right and bring the backs of your hands together, or you might wish to wrap your hands so that both your arms come together. I'm going to keep the backs of my hands together for this one. It doesn't matter, whichever you prefer. Squat down a little bit. Find what it is you'd like to have for breakfast. Take hold of it and fly away. Now let's do that on the other side. Take a breath. Come onto the ball of your left foot as you bend both knees. Cross left over right, ball of your foot stays on the mat. Bend your knees just a little bit more. Arms straight out in front of you, right over left. Squat down just a little. Maybe you see a branch you want to use to build your nest and fly away. Excellent. Okay, so now our eagle is going to transform into a warrior. So come to the top of your mat, bend your knees slightly, cross right over left. Your knees are bent. Left arm over right. Squat down a little bit. Now push into your left leg to come up to stand on your left leg. Step your right foot to be next to your left. You're still on the ball of your foot. And you're going to step back into warrior one and take the time to make sure your feet are in the right position. So if you need to let go of your eagle arms for a moment, do that. And then bring your eagle arms back together for eagle pose, eagle warrior. And then you're going to spread your wings. Open up your heart. Step forward. All right. Let's do that on the other side. Bend your knees. Come onto the ball of your left foot. Cross it over your right. The ball of your foot still on the mat. Your arms in front of you, palms facing each other. Right over left. Squat down. Just a bit. And then bring your weight back up onto your right leg. Uncross your left leg. Then step it back to warrior one. Eagle warrior. This time, your eagle is going to do a little bit of a back bend, your eagle warrior, your forearms moving upward. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. You are an eagle. You can see on either side of your beak. And then bring your arms down, bringing your elbows toward your waist, looking down. Come back up to neutral arms and spread your wings, step forward. Okay, good. Take a breath. Once more, take another deep breath and let it out slowly. And then hang your head, roll your shoulders, bend your knees, and make your way down to the mat. And we will do one last thing before Shavasana. So come all the way down on your back. If you have a blanket or a block or something as wide as your hips or close to as wide as your hips, to place underneath your hips, slide it under, lift your hips, slide it underneath, because we're going to do our inversion. We do this often. And let your arms just settle alongside your body. Nice to put them in a Shavasana position. And then send your two legs straight up. And they should be relaxed. So your feet aren't flexed, they're just natural. So imagine that your hips and your legs are against a wall. So that's the position you want your legs in. You don't want them too close to your face or too far away. So it's like a right angle with your legs, a little L shape. And just breathe. Just breathe. Let yourself just enjoy this beautiful inversion. Those excess fluids flowing down from your legs. Your blood pressure improving. Your heartbeat slowing. You can come out of this anytime you wish, or we can stay in this a little bit longer. It's such a delicious pose. It feels so good. And it's so healthy. You'll bend your knees now, bring your feet to the mat, lift your hips if you have anything under them, slide it out, and come to Shavasana. Just let go. Let your whole body transform. It has already transformed. Now you're assimilating all the benefits of your practice. Take a breath, come back into your body. Roll your head from side to side, make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms back behind you overhead and your feet in the opposite direction and just stretch, full body stretch. And then when you've stretched just enough, bring your knees into your chest and hug them and roll from side to massage your back. And then come back to center. Release your arms and roll over onto whichever side you prefer to come into a fetal position. And make your way up to sit. If you are leaving us now, then I wish you a beautiful day filled with miraculous transformations. And then if you're staying for meditation, just take your time to come to your seat, whether it's on the floor, on a chair. Make sure you are grounded. Close your eyes and follow your breath. Don't change it in any way. Just notice it. Knowing that it is your life force, your prana. Bring your awareness now to your heart center. That place in our body where that feeling of deep love manifests. Listen to your heartbeat. And as we transform or come to a new normal in our world, let's use this ancient practice of loving kindness to help us and to help all those around us. So say these words after you hear them to yourself. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well in body and in mind. May I be safe from inner and outer dangers. May I be at ease, happy, and free. And now bring to your mind's eye and feel in your heart center all those people in your life who are very dear to you, those you love deeply, acquaintances, people you admire, everyone you want to keep near to you. And send them this blessing. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well in body and in mind. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be at ease, happy, and free. Now bring to mind all of those people who have given you difficulty, who are hard to be around, who see things very negatively, who may be troubled, who may have hurt themselves and others. Allow them in and send them this blessing as they may need it more than anyone. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well in body and in mind. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be at ease, happy, and free. Now imagine spreading your awareness out to bring in everyone in the world. In your mind's eye, see children playing on the street, adults hurrying to work, people walking through a forest, in all colors, sizes, and shapes, from every corner of the earth. Reach out to hold their hands and say this prayer. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well in body and in mind. May we be safe from inner and outer dangers. May we all be at ease, be happy and free. And bring your awareness back to your heart center, still feeling everyone that you have invited in to this place. And the joy of loving kindness. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow your head. And as you lift your head, you open your eyes. When your head is fully erect, your eyes will be wide open. Thank you so much for being with me today. Make it a great one.